Hi, Danny from Game Theory College Planners. I wanted to spend some time and talk to you about social media engagement. I think some points are easier to tell in a story than to present as bullet points on a page. So I'll tell you this quick story. I went to a NACAC college fair a few years back, and I was researching, and I really wanted to understand how colleges used social media in the admissions process. So I went undercover. I didn't tell them who I was. I just posed as a concerned parent, just looking for colleges. And I went to various colleges, and I came upon a college. Let's just say that this particular college was a really expensive private liberal arts college. The enrollment manager was there, and I was just shooting the breeze with him. I just sneaked this question and said, "Hey, do you guys look at social media?" And he said, "Absolutely." And he went on to describe to me this really interesting story. What they do is when they send out their top award letters to their top students, they monitor the Facebook feeds of the parents and the families, because when they send out an amazing award letter, they expect to see a reaction announced on social media. And I asked him, well, what happens if a week goes by and there's no announcement? And he said, well, that's a great question, because if a college sends out an amazing award letter and there's no reaction on social media, this enrollment manager calls the family on the phone, A, to make sure that they got the award letter, and B, he calls that family ready to make a deal. Okay, so that really gave me a lot of perspective on how colleges are really using social media. Now, this wasn't the only college I talked to, but I did come away from that college fair with some key takeaways. Number one, all the colleges are looking at social media. Number two, at least back then, colleges took a stance of we won't engage you unless you engage us first. But that was 3 years ago. So what we're seeing now is colleges are taking a more proactive role. So when we talk about using social media to increase engagement, these are the sort of things we're talking about, and it's very hard to explain unless I have a story to go along with it. And one last story, another example of engagement is a lot of these students that we teach to build LinkedIn pages and their contact info. Not too long ago, one of my students put her cell phone number in the contact section of LinkedIn, and over the course of a few weeks, she had two colleges actually call her on her cell phone. So it looks like colleges are taking a more proactive approach and they're not just waiting around. So that's a quick story on social media engagement.